this is Fox Farms by Zoli708. It's 85.62 megabytes to download. This was a map on FS19 that's been brought over to FS22. I think the layout's pretty much the same. Field sizes look pretty similar, etc. The description there says, welcome to Fox Farms. What the map provides: 22 fields, 4 meadows, 1 farm, fuel stations, water filling station for seed, fertilizer, etc., cow pasture, open bunker silos, 8 sell points, animal dealer, vehicle shop, BGA and mission system. So let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where you start off in all 3 modes. This is the map. I'll zoom out. As you can see, quite huge fields. Some really long, thin ones, but they are quite big and a bit square, well, rectangular-ish. So I am in new farmer mode. We start up here. In new farmer mode, we get this area, which is our main farm, which comes with field 3, which we're pretty much stood in front of. Just behind us, we get field 25. We also get field 17, which is down here. Those 3 areas to buy are 501,000 for field 17. Field 25 is 566,000. And our main farm with field 3 is 182,000. So the field prices, as you can imagine, are pretty pricey. I think field 19 is the biggest. That is just over 2 million. And I think 22 was the smallest. That is 211,000, just over. There's other field prices, 984. Most of them, well, not most of them, a lot of them are over 1 million. So 1.4 million, 1.3, 896, 1.4, so a little bit pricey. We can buy, I don't know why, but you can buy this area, which is actually the grain mill. So you can buy that area for 12,537. Can't buy any of the other areas where there's sell points. I'll come back to that in a minute. There's another sell point there. But down here, at the minute, it's just showing a gas station. But you can buy this area for 155,999. The BGA is down there. What we're going to do is we will finish there, and I will buy that and I'll show you. So you need to buy that land to be able to use the BGA. We do have 3 large cow barns up here, plus a water point where you can get water from. Now they are separate in terms of putting animals in, etc., but they are, you'll see it in a minute and it'll make more sense. It is one huge cow pasture where they just appear. I'll go through it all in a minute when we get there. But to buy that area, which also comes with field 26, 786,844. You can actually put cows in there without owning it, because if I come down to animals, it's showing 3 large cow barns there, so we do have access to that if we wish to. There is contracts available on here, obviously going to pay out very well. Look at the prices on them. And if we go to this menu, our stats, over on the right hand side at the bottom, there is 100 collectibles on this map. Right, let's go and have a tour around. So like I say, I'm in new farmer mode, so this is our little field number 3, and just behind us is our other field 25, which is absolutely huge. Let's run into our main farm. We do have a dog. There it is, roaming around. So I'll just have a whiz round the farm. You'll see some of the equipment. I'll go through slot counts and things like that. So we've got our pickup there. We do have our farmhouse with our sleep trigger up there at the porch. We'll go this way. Oh, just in case you were wondering, it is a American map. So we've got tons of shed space, as you can see. A couple of tractors there, which I'll go through in a second. Lots of shed space. That's just decoration there. Now, silos. We have these Meridian, I forget what they're called, flat bottom bins. We've got, what have we got there? 6 of those, and that is the larger ones. That's the 3609s. They have got a 1.1 million litre capacity. So there's 6 of those. These are the ones where you're going to need the auger wagons to fill up. So you need one to go up above the top of them, and then one to get out of. I haven't really used them actually in this game. I ought to start using them. But we'll have a whiz round. We do have a vehicle workshop here, which is just here, and there's your icon just there. And then these barrels here, this is a fuel point, so you can get your fuel from there. We've got a pressure washer, jet wash just there. These are the auger wagons. Not auger wagons, augers. You're going to need to fill up and take out from our silos. Got a skid steer there. That looks absolutely tiny against that. Got a nice good sized harvester. Header might be a little bit small for this map. Got more shed space over there with more of our equipment, as you can see. And then round the back we have one of the smaller flat bottom bins. This is the 3608. This one has a 980,000 litre capacity. Now, like I say, I've not used these, so some of you guys will know what you're talking about. I'm guessing you can only put one crop type in each of those, but I could be wrong. Please let me know if I am wrong. Around the back, this is just decoration, this shed. We do have a weather station here. I don't know if you can hear that. Which is supposed to give us a better weather forecast, more accurate. So that's pretty much the farm, quite open. In terms of equipment and slot counts, if we go down to here, in new farmer mode, it is 912 slots in new farmer mode. But we do start off with some good equipment. So we've got a small tractor, that's a Case Maxim CVX 135. We've got a large tractor, that's the Case Magnum 340 CVX drive. We've got that harvester we saw, which is the Axle Flow 7150, which is quite a nice decent harvester. That's New Holland skid steer, the Lizard 1986 pickup. Got a Flegel ASW trailer, which is again a nice trailer. There's your Case header, 7.5 meters wide, so you may want to get a bit of a wider one for that. Got a nice cultivator, seeder, fertilizer spreader, a bucket for your skid steer loader. We've got one 650 Agco weight, and there's your belt systems, those augers that are going to enable you to fill up and take out from those silos. Now, in Farm Manager and start from scratch, when you come on here, you don't start off with any land or any equipment. The slot count is 555, but nothing is here. This is completely empty open space in those two modes, and when we get over where the cow barn and pasture is, and nothing is there as well, that is all open space. So just something to be aware of. In terms of getting that slot count down, if you sell off just all the vehicles and equipment I've just shown you, you can get that down to 763. But we can get that down even further. I've kind of broken it up into 3 sections because depending on what you want to do. So if you sell off just all the vehicles and equipment, you can get it down to 763 from 912 in New Farmer. If you sell off all the buildings, so the farmhouse, you can even sell the dog kennel, you can even sell that weather station. And what I like as well, because if you sell off these sheds first, you're left with all this decoration and that little silo thing there, all the wood planks, you're left with all that, but you can sell that all off as decoration. This building, if you click on that, it sort of all comes as one lump. You can sell that off, which makes this area really open up. If you sell off all the silos, you can get the slot count down to 636, so that is pretty good. We can get it down even further, but I'm going to go through that when we get to the cow pasture. If you do sell off everything here, or come on here and farm manage and start from scratch, this area looks a little bit like this. So, very open, bar a few trees, which you can probably easily sort out. Right, I think that's all the farm. We are going to tour around. Oh, before we do that, all I could find that was modded in was under container. They've added in this lime station, which you can place down, which is pretty cool, but there is a point on the map where you can get lime, seed and fertilizer from, but that has been added in, I think. That's the only thing I come across. In terms of the painting, nothing different. It is all the base game stuff. We've got asphalt, dirt, forest ground, grass and gravel. That is it. So very basic on the textures there. So that is all that bit. I've talked about contracts and collectibles. Let's jump in the pickup and we'll head on out over to the cow pasture area. I did my little whiz round earlier to get my bearings, and it all sort of started coming back to me, the layout from FS19. Pretty much exactly the same looking over here. What I'll do is I will stop here. So these are the 3 cow barns or pastures, whatever you want to call them. If I go up into this sort of mode, you get a better feel of it. So it's one huge area. You can see the fence goes all the way along. So it doesn't matter what one you buy your animals from, because they all have separate animal dialogue boxes there. I bought from this one, and the cows just spread out. They were all over here, so they will mix in amongst each other. You do have separate slurry pits and milk tanks, etc. like that. There's only one manure pit, which is over here. Obviously, like I said, if you buy this plot, it comes with this field 26, which is a grass field at the minute, which is pretty cool. So these all hold 200 cows each, so that's 600 cows you can have in this area. Can open these gates. If you come up to them just like this, it won't do anything, so you need to come up to the chain area and then it will open, which is pretty cool. That's your manure pit, as you can see, bottom right. That's where you're going to collect your manure from. They've all got a slurry tank where you can collect your slurry from. A bit of shed space over here. There's your feed trough, like so, and straw. Your milk point is just here for this one. There's the next slurry pit and the milk point for the middle one. And there's your dialogue box again, 200 cows, feed trough just there, more shed space, another feed trough there, and your dialogue box just there. There's the milk one. There's the third slurry pit, and this I think is going to be for your water. There's no obviously icon. I've not tested everything. If we come into this zone, you can see all the details on the bottom right there. So they are going to require water. They do require straw as well. So the triggers are going to be pretty straightforward, I would imagine. This is our fuel. This is our water point. Don't give your cows fuel, they will die. Got two huge sheds here, which is pretty cool for storage. These are all decoration again. And then over here, just like FS19, I'm going to turn on the help menu so you can see. These are the open bunker silos. There's one down at the BGA as well, so you can just about see the different textures in the ground. So if I now walk into here, we've got our field level chaff and compacting, and then over this side, the other side of the little sort of bollards there, again we've got different textures. You walk in, there is our field level chaff and compacting. Now in Farm Manager and Start from Scratch, like I said earlier, none of this is here. None of the sheds, these bollards aren't here, the cow pasture is not here. It's all one huge open space. But in new farmer mode, I found a sort of little, well, not a loophole, but you know what I mean. I found something a bit, ooh, that's interesting, which I am actually going to show you now. So if I go into build mode, we don't own this land at all. If I go up to these sheds, it highlights it. If I click on that, it says shell, I cannot speak today, sell this hay shed. If we sell it, that has given us the money, but the shed has not disappeared. If I click on it again, it just says back, so it's sold. If I come up to this shed, I can sell it. It doesn't disappear, but it gives us the money. If we go up to these red bollards, again they highlight, we can sell that for 2.5. Sold. It gives us the money. That doesn't disappear. If I walk into this, we've still got our bunker silos. Same the other side. Whether they still work, I should imagine they do, because they're coming up with the info. So that's something I noticed, which was a bit quirky. Now in terms of that slot count, I said you could get down even lower. By doing what I've just done, that does not lower the slot count. It just gives you a bit more extra money and leaves those sheds and stuff there, so you can't get the slot count down by doing that. But if you sell off all this cow equipment, a lot of it's separate, so you sell off the manure heap, the slurry pits, even the sort of gates here, it's all separate. If you sell everything off and the water tank down the end, you can get that slot count down to 571. And like I say, you do not have to own that land. If I do this again, I'm just going to show you. If I click on that, we can sell that manure heap. Even these boards, that's classed as decoration, can sell that. So you can sell all of that off, get that down to 571 from 912. Right, that is all the awkward bit out of the way. Let's drive on round. Just going to put that on cruise control. Oh no, I'll leave the help menu on actually, because we can look at the bunker silo down at the BGA as well. So as you can see, it's all open, huge fields. This is field 23 on the right, the long thin one. The edge of the map you can see over there, it's kind of been made to look like sort of hills or something. It does look a bit like it's just got a flat, I don't know, bit of cardboard or screen sticking up there. And the roads that go off the edge of the map, they just stop. There's no sort of, so just saying, I'm pointing out. There's our other field just in front of us that you start off with in new farmer mode. This is our first sale point. This is Grain West Silo, so just up in here. We go all the way down this end. It does feel like it takes forever to get to certain points on this map. It is quite huge. I've not noticed any traffic on here, and no one walking around, no people, so you might get a bit lonely on this map. As you can see, huge fields, and a lot of these ones in the sort of middle, they've got the potential, like these here, to be ploughed through and made even bigger if you want to go that big. But we're going to swing a left here. We'll come back this way because we have to. But for now we're going to scoot down here, and just coming up on our left is the grain mill, which you can use as a sale point or production point if you want. This is the area you can buy, but there's not really, you know, any room to do anything with it. So there is the grain mill, and then over there we've got quite a few things going on in that area. So we need to turn right. What I'll do is I will stop the pickup and walk round because it's easier to show you. I had to tag all these places up, but they do tag up nice. They're all sort of where they should be. So first of all, we've got a sale point here. It's mainly sale points here. This is clothes and furniture storage. Around this side, another sale point. This is provisions storehouse. Around here we have another sale point, feed warehouse, and another sale point. This one is grain mill warehouse, and then another sale point. This is western grain silo warehouse. This area here is where you can buy your seed, lime and solid fertilizer. We do have a fuel tank where you can fill up just there. And then we do have down here, this is part of your workshop trigger. First of all I thought, well, where's the icon? But it is up the back. There's our shop in the little sort of trailer home, which is quite cool. And we've got a workshop trigger just here with the actual icon. But what I'm thinking is that's a little bit tight. Maybe if you've got bigger machinery, you want to go down that end. It does work. I parked the pickup down that end earlier and run all the way up and clicked on that, and it was picking up the pickup, so to speak. Your reset point, if you buy anything or reset, is going to be roughly here. So that is that area, which is quite a bit going on there. We'll turn around, come back out the way we came in. So yeah, both those workshop, either end of that building, they do work, but there's only one icon, which is up the top end here. You can't really see the main farm from here. You can see the trees. You can't see any of the buildings. And then just over there in front of us we have got the animal dealer, and then round the back there is a sale point as well. So there's the animal dealer there, and then just over in the background in front of that shed is your sale point for the animal dealer. And all we've got left is where that fuel, well, it's not a fuel station, it's just a fuel tank where you can fill up, but that is where the BGA is going to be as well. So swing a right here, and there you go. You can already see the BGA there, which is something different model to what we're used to. Huge fields. I must admit, when I did my tour of this back in FS19, obviously I'm still a small channel. I would not class myself as a huge channel, but I was a lot smaller back then. I was absolutely amazed at the amount of views that I received on that map tour. So I think there was quite a bit of interest in that. Right, so just over there, the white and blue tanker, that's your fuel point. Obviously this is the BGA, but at the minute there's no icons and there's nothing on the map. I'm going to show you what we did actually. So we started off in our main farm, we came straight across. This is the cow area. We came along there all the way down to this first sale point, across there, down, and went into there, grain mill, down into here, all the shop area and those loads of sale points, back out, animal dealer and sale point, down, across, and we're now here. So obviously, yeah, there's no icon there, there's no symbols showing out there. The bunker silo though is coming up as we walk in, and again you can just about tell the different textures like so. So what I'm going to do to finish off, we've got a little bit extra money. What do we need to buy that? That's 155,000, almost 156. So we need to put some money in to the bank. That will do. And then I keep coming off of that menu. Let's do that and buy that area. Click off that. We've now got the biogas plant 500 kW, and as you can see all the icons appear. So that's where you're going to get your digestate from, and then your sort of sale point digester is just there. There's your icon to manage your production point. Obviously you can do it from the main menu as well. If we do that, interestingly enough, there is no slurry as an incoming material, which is what is the norm on most of the BGAs. So it's just silage, manure and sugar beet you put in there, sugar beet cut I should say, and then to get your digestate out. So there you go, and that is whizzing away now. That is it. That is Fox Farms by Zoli708. Hope you have all enjoyed the map tour. If you have, please give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do, and don't forget to smash that bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.